Good morning, students. Let us go ahead with the next function of management. Up till now we have seen the two functions of managements, that is the very basic function planning. Second function we have seen the organizing. Now this is third, staffing. Now what does it means? Let us see. Staffing is the function of execution. It is the function of implementation according to the plans and the organizational structure. Now again it touches the previous two functions. According to the plans, whatever planning function has decided, created the plans that will be executed by this function. Also the organizational structure, it talks about execution according to organizational structure. Now let me again touch this point. It is the hierarchy existing in your organization. It is the order, it is the flow of the work, it is the flow of the orders from top management level to the bottom management level. So it is an organizational structure. Again I will read it for you. Staffing is the function of execution, that means actual implementation as per the plan and organizational structure. This is to be noted. It is the process of attracting, appealing the people, recruiting the people. Recruiting, that is employing the people on particular job. Selection, placement, appraising the workforce, the employees. So the staffing is the process of getting the people, those who are willing to work at a particular position, attract them, recruit them, select them. Recruit doesn't mean that somebody came and you just employed him or her for the particular work. No, there will be selection process. Then after the selection process, they will be placed to a particular job, on a particular job. Then appraising the workforce. Appraising, that is judging them, assessing them, reviewing them, whether they are doing correct work or not. Then it is also the process of remunerating, paying them. Okay, that is remuneration. Developing them and retaining them. So, see, there is a need of skilled workers. There is a need of qualified employees, experienced employees. Okay. That means any organization who is going ahead with the employees, they want to hold their best workforce because they also want them in the process of developing and growth of organization. So staffing is also the process of paying, rewarding, developing and retaining the best workforce. I hope you are getting it. We'll turn to the next slide. See, just now I told that every organization in its growth and success, staffing is there, employees are taking part. So see the next point in the meaning of staffing. Overall growth and success of every venture is based on appropriateness, correctness you can say, of the staffing function. It is very challenging for organization. Yeah, it is a challenging thing to focus on best utilization of workforce, means placing them in a proper place on a particular job, okay, by using their talents and skills, as well as retaining them, holding them, and arranging training and development programs. Timely training development programs must be arranged for these employees. So whatever the latest technology is available in the market, whatever the new processes the top level management have decided for a particular job, that must be conveyed to these employees, to this staff. Okay, so timely orientation should be there, timely training and development programs should be there, which are being arranged for the workforce. Staffing function also emphasizes managing the human and not the material or financial resources. We have seen three types of resources: material, that is raw material, then financial resources, funds and capitals. I hope you remember it. Okay, Then also we have seen the human resources, the human capital. So this particular function, staffing, emphasizes on managing the human being. Okay. The need of the staffing arises since the initial period of organization. As soon as the decision is being done that the particular organization is going to start its work, so from that time the staffing is required. From that time the organization need different kind of staff, people who are going to work for that organization. So the need of the staffing arises since the initial period, the initial stage, starting point of the organization. Due to promotion, transfer, business expansion, these are certain reasons why staffing is required, why vacancies are created. So due to promotion, somebody is being promoted, he got the higher position, so his place has become vacant. Due to transfer from one branch to another branch, so again there is a need of that particular vacancy to be fulfilled or to be filled. Business expansion, some new plants, some new work is going to be expanded in your business firm, in your enterprise. So for that also new workforce is required. Due to retirement, people are getting retired after the age of 58 or 60. Due to resignation, some people they want to join some other organization or they want to start their own business. For some other reason, they resign, they go out of your enterprise. Accidents, death of employee. So these are few reasons vacancies are created in the organization and where there is entry of staffing function. So these are the important reasons. So in that sense, in this context, the staffing function plays very important role in organization. Right person at right job with right pay. Deliberately I have underlined those words, is the basic principle of staffing. In staffing, it is being taken care that a particular skilled person, qualified person is being placed at right job. Specific job is allotted to him and with the right pay, so that you can retain that person, so you can make that person satisfied. Okay, so right person, right job and right pay should be remembered in staffing function. Let us go through some of the definitions. The first definition by Theo Heyman. The staffing function pertains to the recruitment, selection, development, training and compensation of subordinate managers. So this Mr. Theo Heyman, he has defined the staffing as it is the function which is concerned to the recruitment. We have seen in the meaning. Recruiting, selecting the particular staff, developing them through training and compensating them, that means remunerating them, okay, of subordinate managers. So this is what this Theo Heyman wants to define as staffing. The another one, Luther Gulick, he says, he defines the staffing as the whole personnel function. This is group of people. See the spelling. It is not PERSONAL, but it is PERSONNEL. It is personnel function of bringing in and training the staff. I mean, again, it talks about recruiting and selection of the staff and training them, developing them, and maintaining the favorable conditions of work. So the last few words talks about maintaining favorable conditions of work. That means going ahead with the smooth function, higher performance, higher productivity with the help of these work staff. Next one is S. Benjamin. He defines the staffing as the process involved in identifying, assessing, placing, evaluating, and directing the individuals at work. All the definitions are talking about the same meaning is coming out. How? I will just explain you. Staffing is the process involved in identifying, that means recruitment and selection, assessing, judging them, finding them that where they suits which work is suitable for them. Okay, so that is called as assessing them, placing them at the right job, okay, evaluating them, timely assessing, again that is evaluation, and directing the individuals at work. So evaluation, that is reviewing their work, whether they are doing it correctly with the interest, and directing them to work. Those were the definitions by three different people. Let us turn to the importance of staffing, why the staffing is important, why the management should think about this function. Okay, let us see the very first importance of staffing, that is effective managerial function. Yes, staffing is effective managerial function because if you have all the resources, raw material resources, then you have machines, you have financial resources, but to run the show, to utilize these resources which I have enlisted just now, there is need of human being, there is need of workforce. So the staffing is one of the effective managerial function. It is the key to effective performance of other functions of the managements, likewise planning, organizing, directing and controlling. So in the final exam, dear all, please remember this might come in MCQ. Dash is the key to effective performance of other functions of management. So your answer should be staffing. Or it might come, staffing is the dash to effective performance of other functions of management. So the answer will be key. And definitely you are going to secure 1 mark for that, for the correct answer. Competent, the capable or proficient workforce. It can work effectively in different functional areas, in different departments like production, sales, finances, etc. So they are being needed. These competent people are needed, capable people are needed in each and every area of the organization. Some examples are given: production, sales, finance. The outcome of other functions is based on the effectiveness of staffing. So remember, it is the key to effective performance of all the other functions. Second importance is it leads to effective utilization of human resources. It utilizes the human resources effectively. We have seen in the meaning, in the definition, that the workforce is being appointed, right people at right job are placed. So that is what the effective utilization of human resources is. Staffing function leads to effective utilization of human resources, that is workforce. Proper care is taken at every stage, likewise recruitment, selection, placement, remuneration, training, development, etc. Excessive burden of work is avoided. It is being taken care that nobody will be overburdened. He'll be, or that particular staff will be doing the work smoothly without burden. That is also to be taken care. So it will lead to effective utilization of human resources. Third one, staffing builds cordial relationship. Cordial, from the heart. The healthy relationship, what we say, among the management and the staff and the employees. So staffing is going to build the cordial relationship. That is what its importance is. Staffing function is helpful in building healthy relationships among all the levels of employees, among the top level management, middle level management, lower level management, whomsoever is working. It is going to build a healthy relationship among these all employees at all the levels of management in the organization. Smooth human relation is the key to better communication, they say. So that smooth human relation should be there. Cooperation should exist. Coordination should exist. See the next point, that is coordination of managerial efforts in an organization. In organizing also we have seen, like the harmonization should be seen, synchronization of two different managers at same level in different departments must be there. That means all the department heads should be working hand in hand for the achieving of goal or objective of the organization. So this is what this point talks about. The staffing, it talks about a smooth human relation is the key to better communication and coordination. Coordination, that is harmonization, you can say, or bringing together, synchronizing of the managerial efforts. It should be towards the achieving of organizational goal. I hope you are getting it. Next function, staffing helps human resource development. Whatever human capital is there in your hand, it tries to help develop it, grow it. Skilled and experienced employee is an asset of business organization. That's why we have seen in the meaning, we need to hold them, we need to retain them. Staffing also helps to inculcate the organizational culture into the employees. Now different organization, different enterprises, they go ahead with different culture, work culture, different principles they are following, different beliefs. Not only principles of management, I am talking about the beliefs from which area it has come, the organization is being set up, and how they are going ahead with the quality control, and how they are going ahead with the maintaining relation with the customers. Okay, so all those things comes under this. So staffing helps to inculcate, to teach, to instill the organizational culture into the employees. So this is one of the important function. It trains and develops the existing workforce. We have seen like the development programs are being arranged. Every organization arranges. Do believe the training programs are arranged. The you can say new technologies arised, I mean in the market, that is also being taught to them, that how you will go ahead with that technology, or new machines are installed in the factory or the organization. The training will be given to the particular staff or employees to go ahead with using that particular machine. So staffing is definitely important. It helps the human resource development. Here it is in the next function also, you will see the one of the importance of staffing is helps in effective use of technology. Just now I talked about, and other resources, whatever are being employed, deployed for the work. Okay, so helping in effective use of technology and other resources, this is one of the importance of staffing. Trained employees can use the latest technology. Definitely, that's why those programs are being arranged, development programs are being arranged. Capital, material and methods of work effectively. So what these trained employees can do, the latest technology they can use properly, they can handle the material, raw material properly, so less wastage will be there. I hope you are getting it, what is the meaning behind it. The methods they'll be using for work, those will be the best ever method they will be putting forward. The processes will be defined in a way, in the best way they will be doing that particular work, and they will be helping the organization produce properly whatever the production is. It also helps in building competitive strength of the organization. So the competitive strength will be developed. It is also helpful in improving standard of work. Standard of work, that is again quality and quantity both. So staffing function also help improving the standard of work and the productivity in terms of quality and quantity. I hope you are getting it. You will find repetitively training and development programs. These words are coming continuously. Yes, there is a need of it to maintain your staff well touched to the latest technologies, to the latest methods available in the market. They must be trained, they must be developed, and for that some programs must be offered. So the next importance is staffing improves efficiency. It makes your employees or workforce more efficient, more productive. That means in less resources they can produce the good quality products. That is what the efficiency is. Training and development programs are offered to the employees for self-development, which leads to increase in performance level of them. So self-development programs are also arranged and organizational development also. So these kind of training and development sessions are being arranged. Different kind of psychological, how to utilize the resources properly. So many aspects are there. How to maintain the relation with the subordinates, how to maintain the relations amongst the peers. Okay. So all kind of programs and trainings are arranged. Even in our case, we have to go for training session after a year or two. The management arranges for different teachers, so they can just attend the board's training session. Recently, last year I have and few other teachers, they have attended the session, training session for how to teach to the students, how to take care of the students, how to take care of the class, how to implement the syllabus arranged by, decided by, designed by the board. All those aspects are being taught to the teachers. So it improves the efficiency. All these things will definitely lead to the long-term effect towards the growth and success. So proper selection of qualified, efficient and skillful employees, the workforce, it will lead the organization towards the path of growth. Obvious, if the qualified staff is there, efficient staff is there, skilled workers are there, they are going to be efficient, they are going to be productive, and which will ultimately lead the organization towards the growth and success. Naturally, long-term positive effects can be observed on the efficiency of an organization also. So we have seen one word in previous slide, competitive. So the organizations becomes competitive due to the workforce, due to the skilled workforce, qualified, efficient workforce. This is very important in terms of staffing. Let us turn to the next one. Next importance is essential contribution. Staffing ensures the continuity and growth. It ensures, it assures, it shows the continuity and growth of the organization through the development of employees. So that's why this function is very important. Selection is based on the ability, the proficiency, what we say, of the prospective employees. Any selection, any promotion is done, any transfer on the higher post is done, that selection is based on the ability of the prospective employees. It is not anybody is being employed over there. That XYZ person is there, he can be tackling with this a particular post, so let us promote him or her. No. His capabilities will be taken care, his potential will be considered, so that the organization can meet the future challenges wisely. If there is any expansion in any organization, enterprise, so definitely the old employees, the old in the sense, the experienced employees are chosen first, are selected first, instead of bringing in, recruiting, selecting the employees, the staff members from outside the organization. So when there is an expansion in any enterprise, definitely for meeting the future challenges, because they are known to the work culture of that particular organization. So from inside only, few employees are being considered to promote them to those posts, right? Therefore, the contribution of the staff in their future roles is taken into account in staffing function. So staffing function talks about the contribution of the staff in the future also. This is what the staffing function is. Let us see the next point. Not less. This point talks about the providing of job satisfaction. To whom? Again to both, but mostly to employees. They should be feeling pride of doing a particular job. That is what the job satisfaction is. They should be remunerated, they should be paid properly, so they will work with the satisfaction. This is very important aspect, keeping in view the employees. So staffing function provides the job satisfaction. How? Let us see. Employees can be motivated through financial and non-financial incentives. Incentives, bonuses, motivation. The employees need motivation. They must be motivated. They can be motivated by the staffing function through financial, that is what you can just give away some kind of financial incentive. 5% of the salary you can provide for doing efficient work for productivity. Non-financial incentives, you can just on certain occasions provide them gifts. Likewise, Diwali festival is there, Christmas is there, that time you can just give them some sort of gifts. So the employees will be satisfied that the management is taken care, organization is taken care of them. This is very important aspect. Adequate remuneration increases job satisfaction. I have told you. Fair remuneration, fair payment, it will definitely increase the satisfaction level in the minds of staff and workforce. Adequate remuneration increases job satisfaction and morale of the employees. It definitely raises the morale also of the employees. The value of being owner of that organization means understanding. If the employees thinks that this is my organization, that gives a very big support to the organization. I say Ashoka, I say Siemens, I say Myco, it is my organization. There is a difference in that thinking. It is building the ownership in the minds of staff, which is very, very important. The factors which are important in providing job satisfaction, I have enlisted. These are the training and development, upgradation. These programs are arranged for them. So self-development also is being seen in the employees, the workforce. Second is fair remuneration. That is the reasonable, rational, non-partial, what we say, okay? Reasonable and fair remuneration. Third point is job security. There is a thing in my mind that my job is secured. Being employed in this organization, I will not be taken out for any silly reason within a year or two, and I will be having long association with this organization. My income source will be constant and stable. That job security leads to the satisfaction in the minds of employees. I hope you are getting this point. This is a very crucial point, very, very important point, keeping in view the employees' satisfaction level. That was staffing provides job satisfaction. We'll turn to the next slide. Next point is, next importance of staffing is it maintains harmony, the peace, the agreement, you can say the coherence. I deliberately put in the bracket the meaning of it so you may remember it forever. What is the point talks about? In staffing process, the individuals are recruited, selected and placed, as well as their performance is regularly appraised. We have seen this in previous points also. In the definitions also we have seen the performances of the staff members who are recruited and selected is being reviewed, is being assessed, okay? And the promotions are given on the basis of merit. Again, this is very important aspect. If there is a post created due to, we have seen few reasons, due to the retirement of a person, due to the transfer of person, okay? If a particular place in the organization, post in the organization is vacant, the promotions must be given on the basis of merit, on the basis of the capability, on the basis of proficiency, not by just irrational thing. Any biasness should not be there. So this is very important function, staffing function. It will be promoting the employees on the basis of merit. Please remember forever. For this, the criteria is made and duly communicated to the concerned employees. So those who are capable employees in the organization, it is being communicated to them. In different departments, a notice is being put on the notice board, or the head of that particular department may convey this message from the top management to the employees regarding a particular post is vacant inside the organization and you may apply for it. So internal recruitment and selection process will take place. Another thing, it brings peace and harmony. I just talked in the initial stage only, maintaining harmony, bringing the peace. So it brings peace and harmony in the organization. Nobody's mind, nobody employee thinks about that I am being bypassed by someone. Somebody just pushed me away and he took the charge in a particular post. So everybody will be known to a particular post created or number of posts existing in the organization, and they will be given equal chance. This is to be remembered. It will be chosen, those employees will be chosen for promotion on the basis of merit, to be underlined. So these were all the importance of staffing function. I hope you have understood it clearly. I could explain it properly. If not, you are not getting it any point at any juncture, you can just forward it on my personal WhatsApp number. You can call me also regarding any queries. Thank you so very much for viewing this lecture. God bless you all.